And we just start, there are all these justifications we start going through, and God still says consistently, I'm looking for people. I'm looking for people who will prioritize more than anything else my heart, my concern, my care, my mission in the world. There is a significant connection. This is why Jesus talks so much about money. There is a significant connection between our spiritual lives and how we think about and how we handle money. It's a very significant connection between our spiritual lives and how we think about and how we handle money. Money has the unmatched, unrivaled power to reveal the true condition of our hearts, doesn't it? That's why Jesus illustrated so much the kingdom of God by referring to money. There's a man I want to read about briefly in Luke 19. His name is Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus, let me just give you the brief background here, was a tax collector. He was a Jew. Much of Jesus' audience were Jews in Judea and Palestine, and this was a small little obscure corner of the Roman Empire. And the Romans didn't like the Jews, and they heavily taxed this little tiny segment of society. And they taxed the Jews by using Jewish men, to collect the taxes, called the tax collectors. And the tax collectors made their living by charging over and above the Roman Empire's tax. And so they were just despised by Jews everywhere. They were like traitors. And this man Zacchaeus is very wealthy because of his career as a tax collector. And Jesus entered Jericho, the city of Jericho, and was passing through. A man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and was wealthy. He wanted to see who Jesus was. The context suggests that he heard about this man, this teacher, but because he was short, he could not see over the crowd, so he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore fig tree in order to see Jesus, since Jesus was coming that way. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and said to him, Zacchaeus, come down immediately. I must stay at your house today. Now, we're going to be doing a series here in just a few weeks that I'm really excited about, starting Easter Sunday. And I'm going to save much of this kind of conversation for that series. And since I've interrupted myself, we have the graphic finished for our next series. And we're going to be inviting the Dulles South area to come join us on Easter. This is our new series. Is going to be called No Perfect People Allowed, about the true heart of the culture of the church that Jesus intended. And it starts in just about a month. Back to my point. Zacchaeus spawns this, yet again, another conversation among the followers of Jesus. Why is Jesus so interested in these bad people? Why is he so interested in the prostitutes and these filthy people? And now this guy, Zacchaeus. I must stay at your house today, Jesus said. So he came down at once and welcomed Jesus gladly. All the people saw this and began to mutter, he's gone to be the guest of a sinner. Okay, now we skip some time ahead. Verse 8 skips ahead. We don't have the context of their dinner together in the home of Zacchaeus. We don't know exactly what they talked about. We don't know what the discussion specifically centered around. But what Luke gives us in his gospel account is the net result of Zacchaeus and Jesus spending part of the day together. He says in verse 8, but Zacchaeus stood up and said to the Lord, probably later that evening in his home, look, Lord, here now I give half of my possessions to the poor, and if I have cheated anybody out of anything, I will pay back 4 times the amount. And then Jesus says something significant here. Jesus said to him, today salvation has come to this house. And he relates him to Abraham because Abraham was a man of faith. He was the first to place his faith in the living God. Zacchaeus has placed his faith in Jesus. So he says, and he's the son of Abraham. And then Jesus says, for the Son of Man came to seek and save what was lost. This is a story about salvation. This isn't as much a story about money as it is about salvation. A lot of us are walking around looking for salvation, and there is that moment There is that moment in our journey to know God where we choose, we surrender our lives and hearts to Jesus Christ, being the one who can guide us, who can direct us, who deserves to direct us, whose power, having been raised from the dead, offers us power to overcome our sin and our struggles, to know the heart of God. There is that moment where we choose and we surrender to do so. But Jesus is more interested in the actual evidence that flows out of a heart that's been changed, a heart that's been saved. I want to stress this. Please hear this. Please hear it. A lot of people are tempted to give in the offering or to serve somewhere because they just feel so guilty